Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday morning, 9:25, and 7:15 in the morning. It's September 25th. Anyway, just thought I'd give you a little video proof that Pure Cardio is in the books. Toast. A little sweaty. Here's a little recovery drink for you. Tastes good after a crazy, insane workout like Pure Cardio. Thought I'd do the results video real quick. Thought I'd bust it out and try and get it uploaded. Since I'm a little early today, I actually got up and didn't procrastinate my workout until the last minute, so I'm actually in pretty good shape. I am going to do this video, though. I didn't write everything out. I usually write it out, and I'm going to do this right from the spreadsheet on the computer, so we're going to give that a try. See how it goes. Give me a little leeway, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's jump into the results. All right. Well, our weekly most pounds lost goes to a very familiar name, Christy Hughes. She, her son's wedding was just this past weekend or the weekend before. The weekend before, I believe. And so she had, put a couple pounds back on, which is understandable. Partied a little bit. But Christy just got back right back on the horse and just clobbered it with basically taking all that weight right back off. So she had the most weight lost this week. No surprise there. She's doing a fantastic job. She's back on track, and she's going where nobody has gone before in TLTF as far as weight loss is concerned. She's up to 110 pounds. So that's fantastic. I know Christy's, motivation was partly for her son's wedding, so now she's working on some new motivation, but I don't think she's going to be quitting anytime soon. She's doing fantastic. Number 2 for the week, Bill Fedorov had another great week, and I won't tell you exactly what he told me and Deb, but his weigh-in was really good, and he's doing very, very well with Insanity, really kicking some serious butt, and it's coming off really fast. And, one thing about Bill, as a guy, I don't think with Insanity, one of the good things is that, as a guy, I think you get a little bit more leeway with the food intake. And by that, I mean, if you're eating a decent amount of calories, you're not starving yourself, you're really going to see great results with Insanity. And Bill's doing that. I mean, he's very active. I'm sure he's still eating a decent amount of calories. And he's cleaned it up a lot, but I'm sure he's not starving himself trying to lose weight. Now, I think that's one of the things that the women kind of tend to do with Insanity. They just think, okay, well, 1,200 calories is enough. Not with Insanity, it's not. No way. They put that guide in there for a reason, and that number that they tell you for Insanity, I mean, you might come up with 2,000 calories for Insanity and think, I weigh, I want to lose weight, so I want to get down to 1,200. You can't do that with Insanity. There's a level there where if you're too low, you're going to stall yourself. If you're too high, you're going to gain weight, but it's got to be in the middle somewhere. Don't get married to a number, just because it's some number that you decided you wanted to like. Okay? Yeah, it can be hard when you're not hungry, trying to figure out ways to add calories and all that kind of stuff, but it's important to have a decent amount of calories while you're doing Insanity, and Bill's doing really well with that. Number 3 for the week, Amy Hernandez had a great week. Way to go, Amy. She's back on track. Her and Gustavo doing a great job getting themselves back into this challenge, so really happy to see that. Our weekly percentages for the week, Christy Hughes came in number 1, 3.21. Bill Fedorov came in number 2, 2.06, and another familiar name that we haven't heard all too often lately, Monica Kern, 2.0, getting back in the game. Really, really glad to see it, Monica. And we're really glad that you've, stayed in touch. A lot of people start to have, challenges in their lives, and they decide they're just going to disappear and lose touch with us, and that's half of the battle, folks. If you're not in touch with us and you're not taking this challenge seriously and these challenges seriously, well then, you're not going to get the results. You're not going to get to where you want to go. You know, it's not that hard to wake up in the morning, go to the bathroom, you know, jump on the scale, and send us a weigh-in. It really only takes 5 minutes, really. So, you know, I don't have time is a load of crap. You know, that's just a bunch of bull. Y'all know it. We know it. You know, so just get up and do it. It's not that hard. Seriously. 5 minutes. If you can't make 5 minutes for a weigh-in, then you're just kidding yourself and you're making excuses. All right, so here's this part's a little harder now because we got the 10-pound club. So I'm going to go down alphabetically. You know, for the people that have lost 10 pounds, I don't have this in order. I do know that our first person here, Bill Federoff, is leading the way. He's also in our 20-pound club, and he's almost in our 10% club, so he's really doing a fantastic job. Also in the 10-pound club, Kayla Simpson. She's doing a fantastic job. She's, you know, we don't really keep statistics as far as like fastest to 50 pounds, but I think she might have been the fastest because basically she did it in one. Well, I guess actually I can tell you who that would have been. It would have been D because she lost 61 pounds in one challenge. So, but she's got to be number 2 as far as like fastest to 50 because she's just done a fantastic job. Let's see, who else we got here? We got Rebecca Randall is in our 10-pound club. And we've got Renee Miles and Stephen Pope. Okay, so they're all in our 10-pound club. And leading the way in percentage for the week, for overall, Bill Federoff, 9.92%. Coming in at number 2 is Kayla Simpson, 6.6%. And Renee Miles, number 3 at 6.17%. You guys are doing a fantastic job. All right, so overall for the week, we had a very nice 35-pound loss. That's, you know, that's a very solid week. It's a really good week. We're all but at 200 pounds. We're at 198.5. So, you know, that's really great. It's just a fantastic job. All right, let's go to our lucky sevens for the week. We've got Ashley Stroder, Bill Federoff, Danielle Berberich, Dawn Elliott. If I miss one of these, I'm just reading these off the spreadsheet, so, you know, forgive me, folks. Deb Nahom, of course. Jenny Conley. Deb gets yelled at by me if she doesn't have a 7, by the way, so, you know, that's just part of what we got to do. Me, yeah, I got a 7. Lorraine Hemmings. Maureen Parsons. Milana Nutjens. Let's see here. Rebecca Randall. Renee Miles. Stephanie Hubbard. Teresa Toten. Alright, so those are our lucky sevens for the week. You know, way to go, everybody. That's commitment right there, and we're really always really happy to see that. And I think that's about everything I read off of the sheet, so that's a good thing. All right, hey, there I am. All right, I got 8.5 minutes. I'm at 8.5 minutes. All right, so here's my pure cardio. You know, I should have known that they'd try to pick the hardest one and think they're all bad and stuff, trying to make me fall over and croak or something. But it's a good workout. You know, my calves and my feet really felt it the most. You know, these are different shoes than I've worn before. They're relatively new, but they're just a little uncomfortable. I don't really feel too great. But yeah, my calves were just burning through this workout. It's just been a long time since I did an insanity style workout. I did take a couple breaks. You know, overall it was a good workout. I could tell. I mean, you can always tell when you haven't done insanity in a while. It's such a different feeling. I mean, you know that you should be able to do stuff, and oh, the stretching was just horrible. My Body Beast has just totally tightened me up, especially in my shoulders. They're just tight as all heck. Like I'm sitting there trying to do that one where you're down in a lunge and you're switching your body back and forth, and oh my god, I used to be able to do that very, very easily, and it was just ugly. But anyway, you know, I think that's part of what I want to talk about real quick is just the whole point of that the Beachbody workouts. You know, you get into different kinds of shape when you do different kinds of workouts, You know, Insanity gets you into great cardio shape. You know, Body Beast is the kind of workout that's going to give you you know, it's going to get your strength up. You know, mixing these workouts up and doing different things at different times of the year is a great way to get yourself super fit. You know, if you like to run 5Ks during the summer, well then, you know, maybe you want to do your, you know, take your Body Beast or your P90X and gear yourself towards your strength during the winter. You know, and then come out in the spring and you're doing a round of Insanity, you know, to get ready for your 5Ks or something like that, or Turbo Fire, or, you know, or something along those lines. I mean, you know, I think basically we're looking at these three kinds of things here. You know, and I'm not talking about Tai Cheng or Les Mills pump, but like Body Beast, all lifting, all strength. P90X, some lifting, some cardio, some yoga, you know, stretching, Kempo, you know, it's got a little bit of everything. So it's a very good, you know, just overall body workout, you know. And then you've got Insanity, Turbo Fire, you know, Hip Hop Abs even, and they get you in a great cardio shape, you know. And same thing with Power 90, it's kind of in the middle there, you know. They're just fantastic workouts. That's part of what I love about Beachbody, that you can just mix them up, you know, come up with different things, work on different things. Like right now, I know that I have to get a lot more stretching in, because right now I'm just so stinking tight in so many places. But I'm gonna put together a Body Beast P90X hybrid, and we'll go from there. You know, so I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to keeping my strength up, and but I'm looking forward to getting that some of that flexibility back. I mean, I feel like I'm stuck almost in some positions. And my legs today, like my hips, my hips really felt tight in a lot of these moves too. So it was just it was fun. Thanks for voting. To the 3 people who voted, thank you very much. But I saw like 14 people saw this. You know, we got this, you know, seen by little thing there. 14 people stopped by and saw that, and only 3 voted. I mean, come on, you don't have to be an Insanity expert to vote, folks. Just have fun with it. But anyway, that's the video for today. Got it in a little early. Glad that I got my workout done ahead of time. So I will see you guys in 2 weeks, and you know, let's keep these good weeks coming. All right, we're getting into the middle of our challenge. A lot of times this is where we drop off a little bit. We had a little bit of a drop off 2 weeks ago, but everybody bounced back really well. Let's just keep that going. Let's just keep that going. All right, everybody. All right. Have a great day, and I will talk to you later.